Army of the Dead, the latest film from Zack Snyder, the guy behind Man of Steel 300, Legends of Galhul, and Batman vs. Superman, and the Justice League, and that kind of stuff. Watchmen, another zombie film that I didn't watch. It was fine. It's like, if I want to spoil it, I can go into the more details why I think it's just fine. It's okay. It's like a C. The acting was okay. The music. I know some people are complaining about the music choices, but, it was kind of funny with the whole, because they're in Vegas, with the Vegas music type stuff, stuff you usually hear in Vegas movies. Some of the scenes were a little dumb, but, it's a popcorn movie. So turn your brain off and watch it. Not supposed to get some kind of deep insight to the characters and what they're feeling and all that kind of crap. I did think it was stupid how they did how they went for the cheap sequel bait instead of the what they were originally planning on doing, which would spoil some part of the movie. So I'll mention that in the spoiler portion of this. Did I have a favorite character? Nope. Did I have one I hated? Yep, a couple. I didn't like the daughter character. Thought she was annoying. I'll explain later in the spoiler section. I didn't like the guy you were supposed to not like. As I said, I thought the ending was kind of meh, but that's kind of a tacked on thing by Netflix because they want to make a sequel and a universe and all that kind of crap because they're doing a cartoon. They're doing a cartoon of this show. Although the cartoon's a prequel, probably how Vegas fell, which is the opening credits, which I thought was actually better than the movie. But that's just me. Yeah. So let's go to the spoiler section. And yes, I don't have Netflix. Cancel Netflix. Watch it on your own area. You can find it sailing the seven seas. Yo ho and a bottle of rum. Let's get to the spoiler area. So, the daughter character, I think her name's Karen or something. I don't remember her name. Starts with a K. She basically gets a lot of them killed because at least the main girl with Batista can be directly by her fault because they never would open the door if they had to go look for her. She decides to put the risk of everybody who's on the little crew thing because she wants to go save a woman who she told not to go do it, and the woman went and did it anyways. They weren't supposed to go into the city because, they're not professionals or anything, and they decided to go in the city anyways to try to get $5,000 to pay off some guards to let their kids out of the camps because the government's holding their people in camps. It's kind of, I can see Canada doing that because Canada's doing that for Wuhan people, where they don't actually have it, but they're keeping them inside of hotels and they can't get out. They were doing that shit a couple months ago. The reports. But people who were just in the Nevada area, it's like if you were in a 100-mile radius of Vegas, you had to force into camps. Or people who lived in Vegas and got out were forced into camps, like refugee camps. And the guards raped them and beat them and that kind of shit. It's if you think they're fucking zombies, you're not gonna rape a zombie. I'm a fucking idiot would want to rape a zombie. But they're in there apparently. And their way in, honestly, if they can get into the city that easily, how come the zombie people can't get out that easily? And they lifted some wood, but you think with how strong they were, they can lift up a full-grown human, throw them into a car, dent the car, throw them into a building. Okay, fine, you can say, oh, it's just plastic. Okay, fine. Throw them into a building, cement building, break a big hole in the cement building. Also, it's a dilapidated building. Not that long. It's not even a year. So, if they're that strong, they could probably break through a little. They could probably break through a plank of wood, which keeps the door closed. Just saying. Like I said, there are two characters in the movie. Because okay, this is spoiler section. They all die. Everybody except for the daughter dies, or people on the poster at least. So, I just noticed this poster's missing the black guy. Yeah, I don't remember their names. He's he's Batista's friend, like his good buddy who wielded the chainsaw. Yeah, he's on the poster. Although, is Mr. Rapey on the poster? Oh no, black guy's on the poster. I thought it was Mr. Rapey. He's just been lightened up for some reason. That's odd. Whatever. The people who, quote-unquote, deserve to die from a story standpoint, at least from a writing standpoint, is the daughter and her friend, who stupidly went into the place and, would have had to force them all to risk their own lives to save her ass. So, yeah, she deserved to die. Of the good characters, I should say. And then the daughter, who, was brought along because she was going to go in anyways, and her dad told her to stick close to her, and she didn't listen. She risked everybody else's life to save this woman, because she has kids who would be taken care of the same way they were of her, because they're in a camp. And the, Mr. Rapey, he obviously deserved to die, what he got. And, the guy who put the whole team at risk by cutting off the queen's head, which the idea for the zombies were kind of stupid. Like, okay, they're not really dead. They have they're just infected with some kind of disease which changed their brain or some shit like that. So there are smart ones and there are dumb ones. There are ones that actually know what the fuck they're doing and ones that don't. And so the security guy, yeah, he deserved to die because he got everybody else killed. He got killed by the tiger from Siegfried and Roy. Which originally, when she said that's their territory, I think, okay, so Siegfried and Roy are advanced ones too. Would I watch this movie again? No. I would not watch it again. If someone else wanted to watch it and put it on, I'd probably, multitask with it on. Like, I'd be on a computer or something, or I'd be playing a video game or something, and the movie could be on, and I wouldn't leave the room or something. Because it's not a horrible film, but it's not something I want to watch again, or feel the need to ever watch again. See, there was something else I want to say about the film, but I can't remember it. Let's see, I mentioned the characters that should have died. Give me a second. And I understand why Zack wouldn't kill the daughter, even though, from a story standpoint, she deserved to die. Because what happened to his daughter, he obviously would never write a daughter being killed. So I'll give him a pass for that one. And the woman, the mother character, may have died. I'm watching it on a phone, obviously. So it's not like I had crystal clear image of a giant big screen TV when I watched this thing. So she may have died, she may not have, but with how much the daughter obsessed over this woman, she wouldn't have cared about her dad when he was in the plane crash. She would have ran over the woman to make sure she was safe so the kids could be fine. So she probably died. So that's one of the two at least. And the only other complaint with this film, or major complaint, is they really should have kept the time loop thing that they were doing, because, okay, I get that Netflix wants to make a sequel and have this be a franchise. That's why they made the black guy survive the nuclear blast, and it sucks to be him. Even if he hadn't been scratched by the zombies, because I don't think he was bitten, he was just scratched or some shit like that, he would have been doomed anyways, because he was in radiation poisoning. He would have died of radiation poisoning, the same way people do in Chernobyl and that. And the same way people happened in Japan when they dropped a nuke on that in World War II. They weren't in the city, but they were affected by it. And he had to walk out of the city. And here's a funny one. I'm guessing because Batista was bitten and the other and the Survivor. I'm gonna start calling him Survivor, and Survivor was scratched or whatever. Because Batista changed in like seconds. Survivor, he walked out. He got scratched or whatever. Thrown into the cell. Thrown into the bank vault by gay guy, safe cracker, whatever you want to call him. Bomb blew off. I mean, everything happened between that and the bomb going off. The bomb went off. Everything about the bomb went away. He got the safe open from the inside. He walked to the nearest house, which still had a car in front of it. Drove. Rented the airplane. Got on the airplane. All of this before feeling any kind of symptom. Okay, slow-acting disease. If it's a disease. I'm guessing the next one will be Army of the Dead, New Mexico, because that's where he was going to. Don't know why he was going to New Mexico. Unless that's the area where the girl was supposed to be. So he was like taking the cash to her, that kind of thing, or thinking that that's where his team went. That's where they're going to meet, where the camp was being moved to. I don't know. You know, I only watched this film like an hour ago. It's just nothing that I'm going to remember that much about, so it's not something that great, like I said. You got the daughter got the main woman killed because the only reason they were going to leave out that door, they never opened up the door. That door would have stayed closed permanently. It was going to go out the other way, but they had to go look for the daughter. So she got her neck broken by the zombie people, which was kind of weird. I think it would have bit her or something. I guess they didn't want her. It's like, he was Mr. Rapey. I thought it was, from a story standpoint, it would have been a little poetic justice to have a daughter get killed by him as a zombie person, or have him change her and then she kills him or whatever as a zombie, or some shit like that. Or, she kills him, but he's still bitten her or something. Because, she's the reason everybody's life ended, basically. Because even with security guy cutting Zombie Queen's head off, Coyote and the team was all together still. The door wouldn't have been open. The zombies into that area. Coyote would have cut the wall open to get out, like they did. The whole team would have got up to the roof, like Batista did, and they would have all got out safe. But wasn't for daughter running away, even with security man being an asshole and screwing them over, they would have been fine. Another weird thing in this movie, what is it with people making monsters give birth lately? It's like, first they made vampires have sex. It's like, they're dead. They're a corpse. There's no DNA running around down there. Especially in guys. Once a guy dies, the sperm and the nuts die. And now they have zombies doing it. Like the zombie queen is pregnant, and when the guy cuts the zombie's queen's head off, and the king takes the body back and eats her stomach like they do in Twilight thing or whatever. Take the fetus out. It's not really a full fetus. It goes from being blue to pink and dies. It's like, what the It's like, I'm pretty sure Zack would smoking some shit, shooting some heroin or something when he wrote this thing. And let's go back to the time loop thing, because I don't think I remember saying that. A part of this movie, like the beginning, like everybody's saying how a time loop was a fan theory. It was actually a part of the film. They admitted it a while ago that they changed it, and because the bodies of the people they find, the costumes match exactly. There is another blueprint plan. The security guy is generally surprised that there's another team there. Another team was sent in with the blueprints. Because, someone else would have tried for the Queen's head. Although the blood thing probably would have been smarter. What he said originally he wanted to do. Well, that's about it. That's all I can say about this film. I give it a C. Second to worst film of the year so far that I've seen, with the worst being News of the World. Thanks for watching, and for the Snyder boys out there, and Snyder girls. If you're triggered by what I've said, don't bother commenting. I'm just going to delete it. If you want to be civil, be civil. If you're not going to be civil, I'm just going to delete your comments. There's no point. Just downvote and get on with your life. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Okay, so side note, I was looking for an image to use for the, what do you call it? The index card, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Buffer card, thing that makes people want to click on the video, that kind of thumbnail. And I found this one. Bandana was dead way before they got the vault open. The white guy next to her dropped out of the team. He never even went into Vegas. The black guy had a short hair. He didn't have that long hair. So, this was obviously from the first time loop part. And they just released the image like, whoops. So, it's a good image of the cast. We're not going to use that scene, though. Because, like I said, Batista, Pilot Lady, Survivor, and Batista's friend, their bodies are all next to the safe. So they died, and the time re-looped itself somehow. So that's just a funny thing I thought. Thanks for watching. See you next time.